Yo, 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 what's good? What's going on, man? Salute to everybody tuning into the channel. It's your boy Acito. Oh my God. Today was a toxic day for battle rap, man. Very, very toxic day, man. I did not expect all of this mess to happen. You know what I mean? If you wasn't on Twitter, I'm telling you, if you wasn't on Twitter, man, you missed it. You missed it because it was a continuance of the Tsu Surf paperwork. You know what I'm saying? You got Whack 100 and got involved. Everybody's making blogs. Like, it was like so many different spaces, rooms about this whole conversation with Surf. Then you had Hurricane Do and Eazy, the block captain, go at it with each other in the spaces. That was crazy. Then you had Tati and Eazy. Like, I seen Big Ice going crazy on somebody. Like, it was just crazy, bro. The timeline was in shambles, man. Like, it was in shambles. And I told myself, I said, listen, I'm trying not to indulge in a lot of the BS and start focusing more on the battles, the battlers, you know, pushing, you know, good energy. You know what I'm saying? Good energy. You know what I mean? If you didn't know, I just dropped a fire episode. Salute to my girl Fendi. You know what I mean? Fendi pulled up to the channel. We got a super dope podcast episode. Make sure you guys check that out. She dropped a crazy freestyle on the show too. You gotta check that out. But yeah, man, I you know what I'm saying? I was ready to put that out. You know what I mean? And I see everything going on in the timeline. So I'm like, oh my God, man. So listen, the whole Tsu Surf situation. Now, I wasn't even, me personally, I wasn't even going to do a blog about the topic because I see the narrative going on with a lot of people saying that Tsu Surf told, Tsu Surf snitched. You know what I'm saying? Byron Blake is the culprit. He's been pushing this agenda on Tsu Surf for years, but nobody has pretty much, you know, fell for the bait. Nobody's really like entertained it and looked into the actual paperwork that he claims that he has. So the first person with credibility, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion, to go out the window and call him a rat and say he told was Piper Boy. So I'm like, wow, I'm like, what the hell? So I listened to Piper Boy's blog and I'm just like, the thing with Piper Boy is, you know, he joke a lot. You know, he do the bad news, told everything. You know what I'm saying? The coffee brown, she definitely told. She definitely told. Who else? Clone. You know what I'm saying? He does like his joke and shit. So for me, like, somebody like Piper Boy, he's more of an entertainment blogger. So when it's serious matters at hand, it's hard for me to differentiate when he's being serious or is he just, you know, doing shit for shock value. So when I seen that headline and I seen his blog, I was just like, wow. I'm like, damn, for real? And so I'm just like, I'm having conversations with people behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, within the battle rap community, and they're just like, no, bro, that's not true. You know what I mean? Like, the dude is basically, Byron Blake is like twisting the information. He's not explaining the information properly. And in my brain, I'm just like, yo, there's been multiple pictures that have surfaced of Tsu Surf in jail, you know, with people in the prison, posted up, you know what I'm saying, tweeting everything with no problem. If there was a situation where Tsu Surf cooperated or he did something out of the norm, that would have been out by now. That would have been out, you know. And salute to my man Chris, you know what I'm saying? Chris on Bias did a blog, Vada did a blog. I was waiting to see if ARP is gonna do a blog. I was very curious because ARP is pretty much, you know, fair all across the board. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the bloggers, they try their best to be fair across the board, but ARP hasn't done a blog yet. But I stumbled across a space where Whack 100 is in there with Byron Blake. I believe it was Verb Space or something like that. It was a couple people in there. And I'm listening to Whack, right? I listen to Chris's blog. I hear his perspective. Listen to Piper Boy's blog. I heard his perspective. Now, these two individuals here, they've read the paperwork or they've read the screenshots that have been floating around. I don't know if they actually paid for the transcripts and actually got the paperwork. So I don't know if they're taking Byron Blake's word or they're actually did their research and have actual documentation. For me, when it comes to Chris is not going to jump out there unless he has concrete proof and he's actually seen the documentation. You know what I'm saying? That's that. I'm just saying Chris. I'm not saying Pirate Boy doesn't. I'm just saying for Chris, I know he's going to do his proper due diligence. But when I listen to Whack 100 Space, and there was a couple people in there that were like kind of going back and forth with Byron Blake, it really made sense. It really made sense as far as Whack is pretty much like pleading like the case that Tsu Surf didn't tell. He pretty much took accountability for what he did in the case, and he copped out to a plea. He didn't take it to trial. So I'm hearing like the reason is, and I'm hearing this dude Byron Blake, and whenever Whack 100 will say something with logic that makes sense, Byron Blake would just skip over it and try to like derail back to something totally opposite. So I was just like, I peeped the play with this dude, bro. I peeped the play. I think this guy Byron Blake is an individual that hates battlers. He's scorned from, you know what I'm saying, the whole Hitman Holler situation. He gets clowned throughout the culture. I think he's making it upon his business to assassinate the characters of battle rappers. And another person that I also looked at and respect highly is Geechee Gotti. Geechee Gotti touched on the whole Tsu Surf and paperwork situation, and he brought some really, really valid points as well, and gave a lot of perspective. There's a narrative going on that Tsu Surf took a plea, and he took his plea without talking to his co-defendants. There was numerous of people on the case, you know what I'm saying, that got indicted with this RICO. And, Geechee brought up a valid point. He was just like, yo, you don't know if they all had, if they all talked and had an agreement. They could communicate through lawyers. They could communicate through flights through the prison system. There's multiple ways that they could communicate, to all kind of get on the same page before they go and, make a decision whether they're going to take it to trial or cop out and plead guilty. So he brought some really, really valid points. And he was also disgusted with Math Hoffa. Math, Math, you ain't changed, bro. You have not changed. You have not changed not one bit, bro. You still the slime ball, conniving, evil person. I was giving you a benefit of the doubt. I'm like, yo, Math could be turning a new leaf, looking at things from a different perspective. No, you still on that Brooklyn slimy, grimy shit, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed on My Expert Opinion, right? I think it's like the second clip in the intro. Do you know this dude has the acapella vocals of when he snuffed Serious Jones on the stage in URL? Listen closely. He kind of chopped it where it's kind of like faded, but you can hear the woo, oh, you can hear it. And I was like, and that plays in every single video. Like, that's not even petty. That's just sick. That's just sick, okay? And it's like, bro, you're having Eazy the Block Captain up on your podcast, and he's talking about potentially battling Tsu Surf when he comes home, and you're like, oh, nah, he ain't gonna be battling. Oh, they doing it like that? Oh, we forgive like that? Like, forgive what? Like, if you're not gonna be straightforward, why sugarcoat and why mislead the people watching the video and your subscribers? You have a big subscriber base. I think you got almost 1 million subscribers. So you're pretty much pushing an agenda that Tsu Surf told, and Tsu Surf is a cooperator or he's a rat. I just think it was very, 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 very immature. You're probably very bitter. I did stumble across a lot of the old spaces where Tsu Surf was grinding you the hell up. He was grinding you up bad, making you look bad in spaces. So it could be, a sense of payback, but that's I can't respect it, bro. I can't respect it at all. I can't. And my thing is this, man. Everybody has an opinion on this situation with Tsu Surf. 90% of us have never been to the feds, have never been locked up, never been in a RICO. You know what I mean? Just completely oblivious when it comes to the judicial system and the whole gang and street codes. So people, you know, commenting their opinions and things or pushing an agenda, whether he's, you know, cooperated or he didn't. My thing is, bro, you got to stand on that. You know what I'm saying? When this man comes home from jail, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how people are taking, you know, your opinion in your blog. You don't know. You don't know. You just don't know. And I just thought that was just very, very, could be very, very dangerous, man, for some people to just get on their platforms and just, you know, say like, oh, he's a rat. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, me personally, like I said, I feel like you should wait till Tsu Surf comes home. He should be coming home, I think, February or March of next year. It'll be here before you know it. When he comes home, I respect it more when you put your blog out, calling him out. I'm not going to respect it. You're calling him out to be a cooperator or a snitch now. And then once, you know, he's outside and he's in the spaces and he's doing battles or he's, you know, popping up on the scene, y'all not going to be tweeting with that same type of energy. Y'all just not. Y'all just not, man. So I don't know, man. I just, it's a very, very unfortunate situation, man. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think in the comment section about all of this mess, man. All of this mess. And make sure you guys check out the episode 2 featuring Fendi on Dedication TV podcast. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Acito, man. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.